Hello, folks. It is Wednesday, the 2nd of October. Flying along already. Here we go. Cheers. I'll just let you know right up front that I will still be talking about Kelly, RAF, and his passing away in this video. So if that's not interesting to you, then I'm letting you know right now. I took the day off from making a video yesterday, posted another clip of us from a few years ago. Like I said, in my playlist, I have a playlist of live performances. There's several of RAF and other stuff if you want to see us. Good coffee. Went to the visitation last night, and it was wonderful. It was really loving. There was, I don't know, 100+ people there. I finally met Kelly's mom and dad. I'd never met them. And I can see where Kelly got his kindness from. I like both of his parents right away. People spoke, and it was real apparent how humble, kind, and focused on others that Kelly was. Kelly was real kind. Matter of fact, I just happened to have Jimmy Scappa. This is another one of the bands that he was in, Jimmy Scappa. Most of those folks from that band were there, and several other bands he was in. I didn't see all the bands that Kelly was in, but well loved. The funeral is today, in a couple hours. I'm making this before the funeral. I am going. The thing that I came away feeling last night, seeing all the people that were regulars at the shows, is that the punk rock community of Omaha is real, and it's a real community. Many people who spoke just really cemented that. Some of the folks who spoke are people who were fans starting to come see us when they were like only 12 years old, and now they're in their 40s, have kids and stuff. And I like what one person said. I forget who said it, but they said, RAF held up a standard for us to try to attain, that if they had been on, for example, Saturday Night Live, if we could have gotten on Saturday Night Live, we'd have crushed. The world would have seen we're a world-class band. What we are. I'll make this pitch, okay? It's Bandcamp Friday. I don't have anything new, but I still have more of the Muse CDs to sell, and also Interlude. But I'll leave the link because I have forgotten at times. I also am in charge of sales of the RAF album, and it's excellent. It is. I just don't have to even be shy about it. We knocked the ball out of the park with this. It took us 5 years to complete for a number of reasons. Kelly's suicide is one of them. Okay? Like I said, this was his third attempt, and it was, you know what I'm saying? There was a time when I was thinking, are we going to get this done? And Kelly did such a wonderful job. He designed the cover. The drummer did the layout, but he nailed it. And his vocals, also, he tells you in the song The End, in so many words, he's saying, I don't know how much more of this I can take. So Friday, Bandcamp Friday, if you want to show some support to the channel, get the RAF or get something else, okay? I'll leave the links for both. in the next couple of videos. I have to go and look and read the description, but I told you that Donald McDonough's another artist that I met through performing at the Lincoln Calling Music Festival. I met him in 2022. We were both on the same bill. But anyway, Thalem has this series that he has started called Artist Engaged. And it's a series where he will be putting up segments once a month. And the focus is on artists sharing what they do, our modus operandi, what makes us tick. The first of the series is up, and I'm in it. Other folks that are going to be, you'll be seeing, not in this one, but it's like Terry Riley for one, but in the first of the episodes, besides me, there is the fella from WFMU. I forget, I'm looking at it now to get his name. But the general manager of WFMU and some other very interesting artists. Cool people. I'm very, very honored to be involved, and that my voice matters. I want to thank Thalem and I think it's Angela. I keep forgetting his partner's name for the love and mutual respect. I'll leave the link to that, okay? Something else I want to share, though, about RAF is we had the opportunity, and there's another video. Sue Guitars, Ryan Myers runs the label, and it was a guitar shop. And he hosted Rick Agnew of the Adolescents and Christian Death and DI several years ago. Hosted him for a couple of shows here in the Midwest because he's a huge fan. And he hired RAF to be the band to back up Rick Agnew. Well, we hit it off like we'd known each other forever. And it was RAF for the show, Rick Agnew's Fiasco. How about that? That's been one of the, among many wonderful experiences I've had through playing shows in RAF with Kelly and the other guys. Rick Agnew, if you look in my playlist, there's an interview with him. He stayed with me when he came to town and gave me some of his other records. So this Christian Death, Only Theater of Pain, if you know it, you know its significance to goth and just to alternative music. Besides Roz Williams, one of the most important factors on this record is Rick Agnew's guitar playing and songwriting. And when Rick stayed with me, I always have to think about what to share because I consider him a friend. We've had contact since then, continually. And some of the things that he told me, some of the stories he told me, and then a couple of things that happened, I might have actually shared the story and passed them on again. But it was like, he's lucky to be alive, and he is another one of the unrecognized greats of music, not just punk rock. He was already out of the band when they made this album, Catastrophe Ballet, and this was my introduction. This was the first record I bought by Christian Death. It's dark, but this is good. I like it. Rick is uncredited, but he said, I'm signing this fucker. I helped write that music. I didn't receive credit on several songs on here that he helped to write. Music is, the biggest part of my life. It is in many ways, not just record collecting, but the experience of making it, the way that it brings people together, tears people apart even sometimes. So important. So those of you who may have seen RAF live, you witnessed history. I'm not overstating it. We played legendary shows. On the last clip, one of the kids who was at the Dead Kennedys show where we blew the Dead Kennedys off the stage, he wrote it. He wrote Big D 3886 12 hours ago, added it to my Monday video. And he says he still has the ticket stub for the show. His first attempt at stave diving. It was an amazing night. The power of music is what I'm saying. In recent days, another record that's out that I want to show that I was playing in the living room, because I forgot to show it the other day. French band, Atoll. Musicians, magicians. Isn't that just a beautiful cover? I love the color scheme, too. How the yellow. This is a reissue, but I had been after this album for years because I have their album Tertio. I've had that since it came out. Somehow I found it in the import somewhere and got it right away. I've had this in their other album, Le Renimal, on Burn Forever. I love this stuff. The vocals can be a little pretentious, where the guy goes into falsetto, and I'll just be wondering why. Why are these people singing like this? But I love the music, and it's very prog. It's proggy. It's got those changes and the keyboard fills and the clip-cloppy drums. I love this stuff. I do. Something else I pulled. I was almost not going to play it, and I said, "Wait a minute. Why do I have it if I'm not going to? If it's like, don't play it." I'm glad I did. Software on Klaus Schulze's label. I have a couple of their records because these have been easy to find, mostly on CD. And this isn't the one, but they have another one where it's particularly memorable to me. But this turned out to be good. I was thinking this is probably going to be kind of generic sounding. Parts of it are forgettable, but this is nice. And the cover gets it. Electronic Universe. Software. That's a good one. Besides that, just tell you what's really going on, because that's all I can tell you is I'm back in the studio. I could put up some music, a new release for Bandcamp Friday, but it's not ready. As I'm listening to this last batch of stuff that I put together, it's like I have several new ideas that I really like and like listening to, but it's like almost all of them could use more parts. And so I want to try to follow through. It's what I'm working on. It's actually a challenge. Some music just comes to you, and other things you have to work at. And I'd like to take it up a level. So I'm not going to release this latest music I'm working on just yet, but I have some too, and it's good. It's good now, but it could be better. It could be more complete. The people who make the videos, Jose Ziguera Holder and Adele Schmidt. Mr. Holder honestly shared with me some feedback about my music. He said he thought that my music was good, very good, but too short. That was what he said, it's too short. Follow through. And that's a challenge for me, so that's what I'm working on, and that's what I'm doing, rather than sitting here listening to a lot of records right now. I've got my Ableton warmed up, and I'm still using Reason and Reaper, all three. I combine all three digital audio workstations in what I'm doing. So I'm going to stay focused on music and leave politics alone for now and wait to see what happens, because it's just utterly insane. The whole political landscape now is utterly insane. Utterly insane. So that's all I have to say about that. Family, if you see this, thinking about you, love you. Thinking about the folks down in the south where Hurricane Helene has absolutely just torn a new asshole. There's some folks down there I haven't heard from that I know of in that area. It's traumatic. It is. All I can say, really, and honestly, instead of saying something, reach out and call somebody if you're really hurting. I think the better thing to do is to try to get a grip on yourself if you have demons, or if you have shortcomings, or if you have a hard time accepting yourself and loving yourself. If you're always looking for approval from others, but you don't approve yourself, it's never going to work. Get on the good foot and start appreciating yourselves, finding reasons to love yourselves, negating the false narrative. And most of the time, the things that we feel bad about ourselves are false. Confront it. And if indeed you have something in your past, or the part of your personality that you're not proud of or you're not happy with, work on that. Come on, okay? You got the power. Okay. Leave your comments, please.